everyone, I am your astrologer Wonder Girl taking you to new heights. Here's your daily forecast for the day of, what is it, Tuesday, July 25th, 2017. Now I'm here actually outside. I'm filming this obviously on the 24th because it is light out right now. And I'm here, I don't know, I needed to take a break. And so I came out a little bit. If you can see, there's actually Salt Lake City in the background and I'm like near some mountains. I don't know if you can see it. Maybe I'll get out and show you in a second, but I just came to hang out around the mountains to kind of just get outside a little bit and take a break. Okay, so that's where we are right now. Now as for your horoscope for the day, to be honest, I don't think that today looks like a bad day. I think today is going to be a good day. I thought yesterday was going to be a good day as well. Okay, the reason why I say that is because I always check the moon to see how we're going to be feeling emotionally for each day. Okay, that it is that I do. And yesterday the moon was in a really good spot, being near the north node as well, coming close to Mercury, making a trine to Uranus. Very beautiful, really thinking about your future, wanting to move towards your future, getting some unexpected insights perhaps that also were made sense to you emotionally or resonated with you emotionally in some way. So I thought yesterday was going to be a good day. Coming into today, the moon is finishing out in that spot and it's coming into Virgo, and it's also not really making any aspects in Virgo, not really making any big aspects, maybe in opposition to Neptune a little later in the day, but Neptune's like a further out planet. It kind of does things subtly in the background. So I don't think that there's going to be any big problems today, and I think it's going to be a pretty easy kind of just chill kind of day. I think the problem comes in is when I think about some of the other things that are going on that the moon's not really a part of. I think a lot of that has to do with the sun finishing off a conjunction with Mars, or rather Mars coming off a conjunction with the sun as it's moving past it. And I think that the only problem there is that we wanted this new beginning. Of course, we had the new moon that was conjunct Mars, but I think that now that Mars is still hanging around and that the moon is gone, we're still pushing so hard for something to come to us that's close to our identity, that we feel like is important to us in some way. Okay, so I think what's going on today is that even though this moon is kind of in this really chill spot, not much going on, I think we're just trying to make things happen, really force a new beginning, force new good things to come to us, perhaps that we don't need in some way. I think we can be perhaps a little overly aggressive and assertive today about what it is that we want and about what we're doing because of this Mars conjunct the sun in a lot of ways that I think we just need to watch out for and we need to be prepared for. You know, it's not that we can't get some new beginning and push forward to really have the life that it is that we want, but I think we need to make sure that we're not pushing too hard, we're not overstepping some boundaries, and we're not overworking ourselves while we're doing this. Okay, on top of that, we do have Mercury, both Mercury and the moon finishing out in Leo at 29 degrees, and 29 degrees of any sign is like a big deal because it really asks us and challenges us to learn the lessons of the sign it's currently in so that it can move into the next. And so I think as we move into today, we're still really trying to figure out how we can do the Leo thing, how we can get right with ourselves, right with our identity, really push home some last changes or some last things that we feel like are close to what we want, that really resonate truly with our heart, to be more ourselves, you know, in some way. I think of Leo as a sign of the celebrity, you know, of being, you know, just expressing yourself, whatever kind of comes out in whatever way, and just doing what it is that you kind of feel a lot of ways. And I think we're really trying to do that. We're trying to push some things forward and move forward and make some new beginning happen and make it happen in a really good way. And I think maybe we're just feeling frustrated that either that new beginning's not coming and we're doing all of this work to kind of get here in some way, or just, I don't know, I just feel like we're pushing too hard to do these things. And I think the message of today is chill out. Okay, chill out. Like, you'll get what it is that you want. You'll get this new beginning. It will happen. It will come. You don't have to try so hard. I think you should try. I think you should try to bring new things into your life. It's a good time to do new things on a new moon, but I think you need to realize, you know, you need to keep it in balance. You need to keep it in check. You don't always have to push things forward. That there comes a point where you've done all that you can do and you just kind of have to take a seat back and let the work happen from there, you know, especially when Mercury is going to be back over this spot, reviewing some of the things that come up now in a lot of ways as well. I just wouldn't push yourself too hard, okay? And I think that the moon is really going to be asking you not to push yourself either, because it's going to move into Virgo, which is a little bit more of a chill spot. Virgo's an earth sign. It's more practical. It wants to do things practically. So I think once all of this stuff, and Mercury was going to switch over into Virgo tomorrow, I think we're going to become a lot more practical, a lot more detailed about what it is that we're doing, where our life is going, and things like that, and really have to focus more on the nitty-gritty and making all of this crazy stuff that has happened when all these planets were stuffed in Leo, trying to make some of them real and more realistic, and to work on top of that, okay? So I think that's what's going on, especially when the moon's going to come into an opposition with Neptune as well tomorrow. I think being realistic is a really big thing, not letting yourself get carried away in these great illusions of how your life could be, coming back down to earth, being patient, realizing that everything takes time, especially if you want to make a new beginning, especially if you want to put it into place, and that you got more time than you think you have, okay? So that's what I got for you. Now your card is the Ace of Swords. This is like my miniature tarot deck for the road, is the Ace of Swords reversed. Okay, and so what I sense here is that we're feeling like maybe there weren't some big breakthroughs that we were hoping for. We got some breakthroughs, but now it's really hard for us to make sense of them in some way, not feeling quite right. And I think the thing is here is just, you know, who cares whether or not these breakthroughs make sense or not? Just sit with them for a little bit and realize that even if you don't feel some big flash of insight, there's something working behind the scenes that, you know, is helping you to figure all of this stuff out, okay? And to not be so stressed if you aren't feeling like things are falling into place exactly in the way that you would like just yet, okay? So that's all I have for you. Thank you so much for watching my horoscope. If you like it, please like it on Facebook, like it on YouTube, share it with your friends, and I will talk to you later.